Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Ocean City Forest, the Van Ham Wham We're in Debt series. As you can see, we have made some changes, some good ones and some crazy ones. We the rules, everything are all the same premise, but what I did is I made it easier on you guys but harder on myself. And so because we had so many problems with lag issues and things, I went through every single one of my mod, which I'm talking 5,000 6,000 mods, and I had to go through every one of them, and I found 4 mods that were conflicting, which is why I was getting the major lag. It was the truck and the trailer, which you guys saw last episode. The roller that I was using here, remember that? So it was that roller that was able to terraform. And the sheds. And what was the other one? There was one other mod that was causing an issue. Oh, the sheds. The sheds that were over there, remember? So we basically got rid of everything. We started over. So what I did is I added auto load pallets. We have this thing here. I added auto load log trailer, which is this. So we can, that way we don't have to sit and play games. We can just load them up, go, go, go. And then we can sell our pallets outright. Everything else is the same, with the exception of I decided to go a Vulture farm instead of a Dutes farm. So everything is colored in maroon and yellow. So we're ready to go. So let's make sure that we got everything straight. And we do. We're also going to go a lot smaller field. So that 8-acre field up there, I'll show you real quick. That 8-acre field, I split into 2. So we're not allowed to use workers because now we're only going to go 4-acre fields. I did my same thing here. The only thing I haven't done is clear the trees around yet because I was getting set up. As you can see right here, we're now 2. It still registers 8 acres till I trace it in, but it's literally 4 acres. So that, and the workers would recognize that, but we can't do workers anyway. So because what we're going to do on this go around is we're going to have a lot smaller fields, so we've got to do everything ourselves. We're going to play 4x speed times 12 hours for March until September. At the end of September, from October until February of the next year, we're going to play only 8-hour game days, which is 2 hours. So it'll go pretty quick. It's a 3-hour game day now, and then it'll go down to a 2-hour game day in the wintertime, which is great because we ain't got nothing going on anyways. So let's get this thing going. I brought in the Colossus, which is exactly what we had before. This is not a realistic series whatsoever, but it is realistic-ish. Like, for example, this thing's going to go 10 miles an hour. So we're going to get going. We start with 1,000 chickens. I've got a basic farm set up, and what I'm going to do is when we get, I have to activate this thing before I forget. Oh, I don't even have to do that anymore. I can go right in here. I can go right in here, and we can activate that. That's activated. That's activated. Let's make sure. Planks of storing. Okay. There we go. And selling bark mulch. Let's make sure that we're selling that. Manure is ready to go. We have the same factories, except for now I put 2 things of seeds in. And if you guys look up in the right-hand corner, you guys always accuse me of being extreme. Well, guess what? Since I added the auto-load trailer and the auto-load log trailer truck, we added $100 million to our debt. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough to pay it back. I'm going to see if I can do it within a 10-year period, but we'll see what happens. There we go. And get him set up, and we'll go. So we got a lot to do. So we're going to play for about 30 minutes, get some, and then we got to get some, no, we're actually trying to get this field done. And then when we get to the logging, what we'll do is I'll cut a bunch off, and then we can just load them up. There we go. Make sure our straw's going, which it's not. Now it is. There. So it'll go pretty quick with going 10, 11 miles an hour. And we'll get a decent yield because we got wheat going here. That way we can start with a harvest. And we're going to plant sorghum next for our chickens. And then we're going to alternate that with, I think we might go sorghum and then maybe wheat. So what I've got going on is I've got 3 fields. So basically what it does is it gives us a chance to harvest every single day. And even though the fields are only 4 acres, you watch, we're going to get a decent yield out of all of them. The only difference is instead of selling fertilizer now, I'm going to store it. So when we get enough fertilizer that we can choke somebody with, then we will definitely at that point go into just selling the straw outright. And we'll be awesome with that. Like last time, remember, guys, we had 882,000 liters of it. We're going to make our money from our planks because here's the thing. I did some figuring like I promised you guys. And for every 1,000 liters of... For every 1,000 of logs I put in, I get 3,000 planks. Or not 3,000 planks. $3,000. So, because planks sell for $3,000. Plus, we're going to sell the wood chips, and we're going to sell the bark mulch or whatever it comes with it. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be epic. But I had to do that because I was getting really tired of that. I never, ever, ever, ever get lag like that. And that was crazy. But when you have 4 mods on a map that's conflicting with everything, it was absolutely crazy. I literally had to go through and, you know, what I always suggest people to do is when you're trying to figure out which mods are conflicting, you literally have to go through and add 1 mod, put it in, 1 mod, put it in, 1 mod, put it in, until you get to the point where you figured it out. So I have over 5,000 mods, and I went through every single mod that I have to figure it out, and I figured out it was those 4 mods, and we had them all on the same map. So that's why it was issues. I've had them before on other maps by themselves, and we didn't have that kind of issue. So we're back, and we're going to keep it under the same playlist, and we're going to keep it under episode 4. We're going to go episode 4. Yeah, this is episode 4, but it's the start over, the great start over, we're going to call it. But this is the Van Ham Wham We're in Debt series, but now we're crazy in debt. You guys know Fury doesn't play around with his extremes. And when it comes to extremes, it's crazy. So we got everything that we need. Right in that little shed there, we've got the Kubota is our fertilizer spreader. Our Mark Thor's Breedel is our Breedel, however you want to say it. That's our lime spreader. We have a cultivator right next to it. We have our seeder, our Lemken 8-meter seeder, colored in Vulture Red. We also have 2 seed containers, a lime factory, a fuel station right in front of us, the manure to make fertilizer with, and 1,000 chickens. So once those chickens start producing eggs, which as soon as I get them some food in here real quick, they're going to be awesome. They're going to go. And we're going to be crazy. And it's going to go, and it's going to go fast. I decided not to sell the fertilizer because, yes, you make a lot of money at it, but it's one of those things that I can just use the fertilizer, especially with not being able to buy any. I don't want to risk it. And I'm making so much from planks anyways. So once we get going, you guys will see, we'll try to make, after this episode, we'll try to make ourselves, $500,000 like we were doing in the first episode of profit every day. So that every episode, and you guys see, this is coming out, this when you guys watch this will be on Friday. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to alternate, like I told you guys before, I'm going to alternate between this and our 25 years of 25 years of life as a dairy farmer on Kuharar or whatever you say it. That map is going to stay. We're going to do 25 years on that map, realistically. So that map will be a permanent staple. I fell in love with it. I don't know why, but I did. And yeah. And then this series will be alternating between, this will be my challenge series. So this one will be this series here, and then when we're finished with this and we wrap it up, we'll do some other crazy extreme challenge, just so that there's a little bit of everything for everybody. But what I'm going to do, and I'm going to alternate streaming each one. 39, let's see, he should be close here. We're getting a good yield off this, 30,000 liters already. Because we streamed this one last Saturday, I've got to stream Kuharara. I got to get the terminology down right. Yep, there we go. But yeah, this is the Vultra, the Q Series, 305 horsepower. That's the only tractor we can buy right now. And then, so I've got to stream that one. So what I decided to do is whatever I'm streaming on Saturday, whichever map of the two of them that I'm streaming, the other one gets 2 videos out. That's why this one got Wednesday and Friday. And then next week, the other map will get 2 days, and this one will only get 1, and we'll stream this one. So probably what'll happen is, oh, I can put this right in the chickens. Because I'm streaming our 25 years of life in a dairy farmer. We're streaming that on Saturday, so I'm going to put this one out Monday, and then Wednesday and Friday will be the other map, and then we'll stream this one next Saturday. See, that's what we'll do. And he can stay right here, and we got to conserve fuel, so we got to make sure stuff is off. One more pass and we'll be able to pick this right up, and we're done. We'll put this right in the manure factory. We'll make fertilizer with it, and then we will get this field, try to get this field pretty much completed. We might have another one. I don't know. Now we got it. There. And then I'll park this harvester right in that little hole right straight ahead to the left. And this little bit will go right in the chickens. We'll keep feeding the chickens. Now, I don't want to... Normally, I would harvest every field that I have ready to harvest. But because we're on a series like this with no money, I'm going to harvest this one, and I'm going to wait until tomorrow, or till April to harvest the next field, then May to harvest the next one. By then, this one is literally almost ready. And that's what I'm going to do. And then we can go like this. And we got a decent yield off that little baby 4.75 acre field. We got 34,000. That's pretty good. Just do this real quick and put it right in the chickies. There we go. We're going to leave the header on it for now until we get a spot for it, which we will have one soon. There we go. So 30,900 and 4,000. So about 35,000 liters went in here. And that gives the chickies some food. They're starting to produce eggs already. There we go. Let's double check our animals. Chickens, 35,123 liters. And they're already producing eggs, which is great. Now we got to go pick up the only thing that probably will not be ever put in the shed is the excavator. Oh, not excavator, the wheel loader and the harvester. Those things are going to stay right out. All right. Go pick up our straw, send it down, and then we'll come and we'll fertilize it first. We'll lime it, then we'll fertilize it again, and then we'll seed it. And then that'll be our 2 levels of fertilizer. And we both of them are 42 meters anyways, and we should have enough. I put 50,000 liters of rocks in that, so that should give us 25,000. Enough to fill it once. Oops, right here. And as you notice, I didn't pick these birch trees this time. We will get to them, but we're going to do them now that we'll have auto load. We'll do it that way. Anxious to see what we get off a 4-acre field as far as straw. It's pretty cool. Yep, because the only reason we have to cultivate is because our seeder is not a direct drill. All right, 18,000 just off a headland. But see, this is why I picked the smaller fields. I was like, okay, this was our farm last time, remember? And I thought, no, let's get a basic going, and we'll build the farm once we're out of debt, and we'll be ready to go. So right now, this will makes 3 times the amount of manure. So this will make a lot. And we will distribute it so that machine never gets full. Once again, every one of our factories is fully upgraded, so we won't have to worry about that. But yeah, I just kind of built a basic farm over here in the corner, and you know, we did what we had to do to get going again. But my apologies for that. That's the disadvantage to having a PC, that every once in a while you'll get that, and normally I'm good enough to catch it, but not this time. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get enough in here and then get some logs going. I didn't sell anything. How did I make a little bit of money? Like $30? How did that happen? I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, because if there's something on the map that does that, which is fine, we'll just compensate for it, because I haven't sold it. It still should say 200 million. Something was $170. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see if it goes down, because if it does, there's something on the map that's giving us money, which, you know, I guess it's not the end of the world. We still have 200 million to get gone. But at least I'm not doing something crazy where I have to cut every tree down. Not going to happen. But yeah, we'll go. Our second series of the week, every week, will be an extreme series. So that'll be fun to come up with new and improved ways to challenge ourselves. And then my 25 years will stay permanent. That map is crazy. I am absolutely, look at this, 150, almost 150,000 liters of thing, which is 450,000 liters of manure, which is then about 200 and something thousand liters of fertilizer. So we will be set on fertilizer. We'll get it going right away, so that we can come up here with our, because we've got to fertilize first. But I may cultivate first, just while this is making it. Then we fertilize, lime, fertilize again, and then seed. So we may cultivate it first, so I got a chance to wait for it. But yep, now you can see 2 fields there. We'll do that one on April, this one on May, and then June we'll log for the whole day, and then July we can go right back into harvesting, and then by then we should have another field ready to go. As long as we can get 4 fields so that we have, by the time the 4th one is done, we can reharvest the next one. So we're always constantly having chicken feed in. And as you see, it doesn't take very long. Like 20 minutes in, we've already got it harvested and the straw picked up already. So I love it. Now I want to make sure that I put this on distribute. Manure. Distributing. And it'll go right over to that. We should be making this super fast. Let's make sure that this one is storing. Okay. All right. So storing, selling, distributing. Look at how much it's making already. The lime is 1 to half, so to make half. So right now we could make 6,000. That's all right. All right, let's go back. It'll spend a lot less time jibber jabbering and a lot more time working. And then right down here, right this section right by here, we're gonna use that as kind of our quarry type thing where we can get our rocks out of. And go from there. You can't dig too deep there because you get a water plane. But, yeah. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I took a long time getting this reset up again because I had taken about 6 hours to do the other one. But I can't wait for you guys to see what I got done on, I think it's called Kuravara. Because it's Kuh. So Kuravara, I think it's called. And I can't wait. I haven't done anything other than I built one shed and I bought all the equipment. So when you guys get it, I'm going to take tomorrow and get the rest of the equipment back up to the farm. And then the series will have moved ahead by 2 hours. So that's kind of cool because we're playing that one 1x speed. So there we go. We'll drop this bad boy right back off again. Grab the cultivator, which is down here. Cultivate first. Actually, you know what? We can check here. You can see. Oh, it's not going to yet. But look how much manure we're getting. Because it's 1 to 3. So as soon as that hits 10 o'clock, that'll ship over. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm excited. You guys will see once we get going, especially with the autoload pallet trailer. Now I don't have to worry about, I can get 3,000 for every pallet. And every pallet's 1,000, so. Let's, I kind of want to cultivate that in backwards. What else can we do? You know what? We're going to go with the Kubota for... No, this is lime. Which one's Mark Thor's? They're all colored the same. That one's lime. This one is fertilizer. All right, so we'll hook up the fertilizer, and while we're waiting for till it hits there, we'll cut some logs. There we go. Let's cut some logs. We can fit 5 in that truck. This Rotney is so much better than that other harvester I was using. See how much more precise it is? It's just so much better. Now we're set up for the right way to do things. That other harvester was just not something that I was happy with. And I turned down the sensitivity. So now we can actually do this the right way. See, this is the way it's supposed to be. And those poplar trees over there, birch or whatever they're called, are just, they're gnarly. That's going to be one of those where I have to cut a bunch down off camera, and then come and show you guys. I showed you guys before what happens with the tree harvester. The reason you don't have to have the F1 menu up, it will rev up when you get it in the cutting position. It's kind of neat. And then wherever the power lines are, I think they're right there, and we're going to make another little baby field in here. Right, that's 3. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Fall down there. And because we have the auto load, we're ready to go. And by the way, I did edit this truck to not tip over. So what I did is I edited the mass and the turning speed. So now what will happen is when you get into it, every time you go to turn, it will slow you down. I'll demonstrate that as we get going here. Let's get back here, do one more, and then we'll take it down. By then, our fertilizer will be over. I kind of want to keep an eye on that money. But you know what? If a few dollars go in there, I think it's on this map. Oops. Gotta get that straight again. There we go. Here's our 5th tree already. See how much nicer it is. It's not everywhere. And then from here to the power lines, equal with this one, we'll create another field. And that'll be our 4th field. So that means that we can pretty much harvest every day. And then we'll come back up here and go across the farm where we used to go. That was cool. There we go. I also slowed down the speed of the autoload so that we can it doesn't go and get all stacked all wonky. See, it does it one at a time and then stacks them in there. This took some work. This was a good mod by far. Absolutely great mod. But what happened is there was some issues with the weight transfer. Nobody pays attention to the center mass and all that stuff, so not many modders do anyway. Some people do. And you can fit, you saw that it was up on edge and then it went and clicked it back in. Also, I set it up to where the logs don't go nuts and crazy in here with it not strapped down yet. Go. Oh, you know what? I gotta switch this. Which one is my? Which one did I put up? Set up for numpad. Oh, I can't do that. Show loading position. There we go. And then what I did is towards the end, when it's really full and you want to force those few extra logs in there, I set it up to where it'll only load one at a time, so that you have to keep pushing the button. I did that on purpose so that you can manipulate those last few logs in there. There we go. Yep, the money's doing something wonky, but now we'll have there we go. And shebang. All right. There we go. Now, I'll show you what I mean by, watch this. So, normally you can't, I also made it only go 50-something miles an hour. But normally you can't go around a corner like I'm about to do. But watch what happens. When I turn, it slows down. See? It slows you down on purpose. And I didn't even stop pushing the gas on it. That's the way I set it up to where see? It'll slow you enough to make the corner that you're on. So however hard you push your steering wheel, your controller joystick, your WASD, it will slow you down the harder you push it. So if you're on a really sharp corner and you're going 30-something miles an hour, the harder that you push to the left or the right that you're steering, it'll slow you down. See? And then that way this bad boy doesn't tip over. Ever. It rocks, and I wanted it that way for aesthetic purposes. See that? And then you never have to worry about it tipping over. So I also added a little wider tires on it, and a little bit the middle tires there off the triple axle. Those are the ones with the weight on. The other ones rock. So you can see I'm going 54, right? 55. Watch this. See how it does that? And it doesn't flip over. You try that with the Flegel. It'll flip you right over and you'll go flying. So, before we click it this in there, we want to make sure that this is set up right. Okay, wood chip selling, bark mulch selling, planks storing. Let's go. Look at that. Now, every 1,000 planks, we made $3,000. And it will put them out there. So, 3, 6, 9, whoa, jeez, I forgot about that. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45,000 right there. Oh. All right. Let's pick this bat up. Then we'll go fertilize our field. Nah. That was a straggler. That's what happens when I put extra in there. So 22,000 times 3, 24,000, about $75,000. And what I did is I put the wood chips in there so they weren't mixing and matching. Now we can take our auto load trailer and go right up the middle. There we go. Want to make it? There we go. Now I'll get going. I'll show you that steering. I did that on purpose. See? It slows you down enough to make the corner. And you don't ever have to worry about your little poor trailer tipping over. And it's pretty decent inside. Turn signals work. All that stuff works. I got a monkey with the mirrors. But this cannot be released, so don't ask me. Because it's just an edit. And somebody else did the mod. And I'll get the author's name and give them credit. But, yeah. See how much smoother that is? Now we got to take our fertilizer spreader and go up and grab the fertilizer. This is going to be for lime, right? No, this is Kubota. Okay, this is going to be for fertilizer because the Mark Thor's holds 20,000. This only holds 10. When you're doing lime, you're better off doing it that way. But welcome to the new series, guys and gals, and welcome, and we'll settle in. But that was just excruciating the last episode. I had to do something because when you're dealing with trees, you can load them by hand all day long. If you're not trying to make, $200 million. Our first 5 trees gone. We actually, once we get going, we'll be actually making some decent progress. It'll be kind of cool because off camera, I'll cut a whole bunch down, and the first thing that we do, load them up into the thing over there, and then we'll sell it. Then we'll come and harvest. So we'll get a whole bunch of stuff, so you guys don't have to constantly see trees. There will come a couple episodes where you're going to have to, at least until we get our 3rd field going. Yeah. Plus, remember, too, we're going to have, with 25,000 chickens eventually, we're going to have a gaggle of eggs. Didn't think I picked the slowest tractor, but it's going. We're about 40 minutes in now. I do want to leave myself enough time to come down and sell those. But you can see I'm making about somehow, some way on this map. I don't know how. I don't know where. I've still yet to figure it out. I'm making about $130 an hour. And it's got to be some sort of factory someplace stuck in the map. Just because I can feel it in my bones. Made $10,000 or 10,000 liters of. We got 117,000 liters of fertilizer already. And then we'll just bring the truck down here and we'll grab it. We'll put it back up at the farm so we don't have to keep driving down here. Yeah. I just think that's going to be really cool. And then we won't have to worry about selling it. We don't have to worry about putting a separate sell point down for it. Now we're set. Now we'll just go up and we'll fertilize this as quick because this is 42 meters wide. We'll fertilize it quick. Then we'll head up with our auto-load trailer and make some money. See if we can make it. Because that little $129 that we're making every hour is not breaking us. It really, really isn't. Not in the grand scheme of things when you got... Like, if we were on level ground, starting with 0, then I'd be like, okay, what's going on here? But when you're talking you're $200 million in debt, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Do we have any shout-outs to do this week? I think everybody knows who they are, what they're going to. Make sure you're watching Van Ham Gaming. Make sure you're watching Big A. Make sure you guys are tuning in on Saturday afternoons, late afternoon, to watch some multiplayer. Saturday, I'm not in control of anything. All I do is show up and play. That's it. Look at all that fertilizer wasted. So I can literally do this now. There we go. It's crazy. But because it's a 3-point hitch one, we can just go right around this little corner here. We're going to have a gazillion fields to do eventually. There. Now. Let's move on down the line and get this done. There. Love me a 42-meter spread. Spread. Our manure spreader is only, I think, 6 meters wide. It's about a 20 foot to 23 foot. However much meters goes. The only thing we did not buy is a roller, but I'm not concerned about 2%. Not in the grand scheme of things. Now, I bought a roller on our alert series because that's realistic. We're going to shoot for 100% every single time. So, But this is just a series. I'm just using it to get chicken feed. That's all I'm using this for. I was going to make it where we didn't have any animals, but that would have been... And then just like grow like oats or something and then sell the oats. But, you know, you got to have something. And our lineman's ready right over there. So see, once I get it, once that's filled up there, I'll go and make a trip and bring it right to there. So that literally, if we're doing all 3 fields here, and the next field will be right in that section we're cutting in, then the next field will be right over there. So we'll start expanding this way. So it's all the stuff will be right on the farm. And then the next field, one of these days, will be over here on that. So all of our fields will be right here. There we go. We didn't even use 1,000 liters of fertilizer. That's why I wanted the fields like less than 5 acres, because this fertilizer here will last me like 5 fields. So if it takes me, well, it literally took me 500 right there to finish it. All right, so let's go down, take our auto load pallet, and the other thing is we have to get our equipment all set up in here. But Ham would be absolutely ecstatic because all of my equipment are color coordinated. Same thing on my other channel, my other series. Shut that down, and we'll tab over to here. Lower the side. There we go. This is the, we've all seen this. This is the Phoenix. It's nice to be able to come down here and, a little thing, someone asked me in the comments if the big bag handler that I was using for the pallets is cross-platform, and yes, that is the CSZ pack. It is on the in-game mod hub or the farmingsimulator.com website, whichever one you choose. And it's both. It's cross-platform. It's for everybody. You can use it for logs and pallets, and you guys saw me using it yesterday for pallets, or last episode. Yesterday for me, because I'm recording this. You know. Let's get that down. That's the side we want to auto load on. I think it might work in the middle. We'll find out here. Make sure. Oh, there we go. There it goes. Now we're cooking with gas. See how it just kind of loads them all up? All at the same time? So I did it. And then we'll back right down the middle again. Is that it? Nope. That's awesome. So we had 31,000 with one load. 31,000 liters of planks so far. I like how you can load up like 40,000 liters of planks. Now you can understand, like, if I put 2 loads in there, it's 80,000. This thing holds 500,000 liters. So that'll be a couple of million right there. At least 1.5 million. Go now. You guys can see $133,000 we made already. Plus our little 300 that we... And then you press this twice, and then it'll just go up It might start unloading the back. Nope. There we go. And we're going to leave this right down here. There we go. And then we're going to go back to... Where is it? Where's my tractor? Oh, there it is. Nope. And now we're going to do some lime. Which is right here. 15 minutes in game, and we will be ready to go for another episode. Hopefully I have at least 20,000. I think I figured it right. Yes. That should do me. I'm hoping it does. Lime usually drinks lime. There we go. I also set the speed up a little bit faster on this so we can get through the field. The fertilizer doesn't use it at all. But this is also free. All of the stuff that we're using is free. We just made it ourselves. I'll get a couple of those trees cut. When we start making that field, we'll be able to just go right on. That's why I wanted sidewalks. I didn't want any hedges and didn't want a bunch of stuff. So hope you guys are excited because this is going to be growing great. There we go. About 2,000. That's why like I said, I went a little bit faster so that we can get through the field. And if we use less than 50%, we'll have enough to lime the next field over. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're becoming efficient to where we're not having to, continually do what we need to do. We've got stuff going on, and we got people to see and fields to do. There we go. Oh, man. We're gonna have about 80% left when we're done with this field. And that's epic because that means I can do all 3 fields with just this tank. There we go. Yeah, baby. Make it above 80. Perfect. Who did that right? There we go. Now we are going to switch back over to the fertilizer. Fertilize it in and cultivate it all in, and then we can seed it. And we're ready to go. But we only got about 12 minutes left. But we've got the field harvested, the straw picked up, the first level of fertilizer, the first level of lime. We put a load of logs in. We sold the logs, or the planks. Yeah. We've been busy little beavers today. There's that. That's got enough lime. I won't have to touch that one again for a while. Fertilizer. This is how we do it. Because this thing used, if we only use like 500 for this one, it's going to be great. That means 10,000 liters will get us three levels on the field. It'll be 2,000, 4,000, 6,000. Yeah, we'll be able to do them twice at least. And that's what we want. Now we're becoming efficient. And the fields don't take forever. That's what I like about it. The fields don't take forever. And then I'll come and I'll just cut a bunch of trees down and get ready. Because we won't be able to do, I'm not going to do those other fields, at least the second field up there, till tomorrow. Or till April. And that way we don't have to, we can, and then this one will be in stage 1. By the time we do the third field, then we'll get that one done, and they'll go to the next stage, stage 2. By the time we get up there, it'll be stage 3. And then literally, it's 1 month after that we can harvest. But after we get another field cut in, then it'll be 4 months. It'll be ready to go, and so on and so forth. And then it'll be harvesting a field and then cutting some logs, and harvesting a field and then cutting some logs. That'll be some cool things, and then you guys won't have to always watch cutting trees, because it gets a little boring when you're watching tree cutting all the time. I'm telling you. Now I'm desperately wanting to try some of those birch trees there with the auto load now. It won't take as long. There. So first harvested, straw picked up, our first level of fertilizer, lime, second level of fertilizer done, a load of logs done, pallets sold. Busy, busy, busy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then for the last 9 minutes, we will get as much seeded as we can. And look at that, 89%. So we used, oh man, less than 20%. That's crazy. Now that field's been fertilized twice. Yep, 100% fertilized, and it's got lime on it. And that's only 4 acres. See, well, it's just shy of 5. But you can see when we keep them under 5 acres, it goes pretty darn quick. And then we're going to put some sorghum in here. I wish you could, I got to work on a mod to be able to feed chickens corn. My maps are all done and ready to go. I've been testing them for months now, so that's kind of cool. I should be able to go right up to this thing and set him up for 5,800. Should just about do the field. And then we're going to switch him to sorghum. And I think, yeah, we got to do a headland. Oh, you know what? Can't do this yet. I forgot this isn't a direct drill. We have to cultivate. Yeah, forgot, but it's full of seeds. Now that seed holder holds 25,000, and we have 2 of them, so that's 50,000. If we can get 2 fields out of this 5,800, then we're awesome. Oops. Everything's red and yellow. Red and yellow, red and yellow. That's cool. And I'll come off camera. I'll seed this up real quick, and then we will we'll be ready to go. There. Looks so small compared to the fertilizer spreader. All right, this here. Detect the width. And let's go. Yeah, we'll get them over here first because it's weird. I can move it over, but I'm not going to. There. And away we go. So we'll be wrapping up soon here. This is great. So as of right now, we have made 960, 140,000. We're going to just round up. We made 140. Well, it was 133,000, but with all the sales and everything we've made over $140,000 in the first episode. Wow, that was a really low drop on that implement. Normally I just hit hire worker or course play. But I think it's fair to what we've done. We've changed a few things, but we made it easier for you guys so you don't have to sit and watch, you know, struggling loading logs and getting them straight and all that stuff. The computer does it for you now. Now we'll come up here and we'll do it this way. And then we'll be able to... Normally I'd be the... There we go. There's a worker. Yep, right straight ahead is going to be our next field. From there to the power lines. And we'll keep it the exact same width as this. It'll be a baby little one. It'll only be about 2 or 3 acres. But that'll be good enough. And we can create it with this. Because if you look... I've got the creative fields on here. Don't I? I thought I had the creative fields on. The mod on. Oh, let's do this. Yeah. I knew I did. That's where our field's going to go anyway, so I knew I did. Whoa. Whoa, and I can't paint anything until I get money. That was fun. That's a Fury moment. There. That's going to stay messed up until I get money. That's all right. I was testing that. Forgot to shut it off. But at least it works. I told you it doesn't show it. But I knew I had the create a field in there or whatever. All right. One more pass and then we'll wrap this up. There. Now we got rid of all that. And, you know, I think it was between those highly poly-counted mods and all the trees on this map. That's what caused the problems. And I never have any issues with usually anything, but that was crazy. But I'm glad I got it fixed. There's the second headland. And then we're going to go this way. So we got enough room here. There. Shut this down. All right, guys and gals. We just finished up episode 3A. And then we'll go to 4. Or we'll just start at episode 1 again. But we'll keep it under the same playlist. That way there's no... it's still the same premise. But we just started over because that would have been the death of me. I would have given that up real quick because that was just having the lag and having all kinds of issues with it. And then when I sold everything off the farm, everything looked naked. It looked terrible. So I was like, nah, I can't play that game. So, all right. On that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves. Look out for each other. And most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding, ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Please, please, please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you are watching this. And remember, I love you all. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Yep, our Vulture Q series, we're ready to go. And I think that's about it. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.